Snip, snip.
Snip, snip. Trimmy, trim.
Trimmy, trim, trim. Trim the tree.
Well, thank you for coming in, Terry. We've already discussed the confidentiality notice. You've told me a little bit about yourself. So, with your permission, I will go through the drug abuse screening test, also known as the DAST, just to get a little more information on your drug use in the past 12 months. Is that okay with you?
Yes, it is.
All right. Question 1, have you used drugs other than those required for medical reasons?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that?
You know, I've dabbled here and there with what the kids like to call whippets.
Whippets, okay. And
purely for recreational purposes.
Okay. And how often do you do that?
I'd say no more than 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay. And do you use more than one drug at a time when you do use drugs?
No. Usually it's just the one. Oh wait, is alcohol a drug?
It is.
Then I would say yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I do like to have a shot if I'm about to do one of my whippets.
Okay. Are you always able to stop using drugs when you want to? So if you're using and do you ever have a feeling to want to stop?
If that I can remember, yes, but every now and again I just, I take enough shots that I don't necessarily know. So maybe that might be a tentative.
Okay, we can come back to that one.
All right.
Have you ever had blackouts or flashbacks as a result of your drug use?
I have definitely blacked out before.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you ever feel bad or guilty about your drug use? Does it make you feel negative?
Only when I look at my mama.
Okay.
I mean, I know she, if she knew, she probably would not be very happy.
Yeah.
But that's, my mama doesn't know, don't hurt her, so.
Okay. And so you think that her knowing about your drug use would make her feel bad?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That woman is a saint. She raised me to love God, and unfortunately I've fallen a little off the path.
Okay. Does your spouse, if you have a spouse, or your parents, but your mom doesn't know about your drug use, you said?
Oh, I don't really have, well, I have a couple girlfriends.
Okay.
There are, one of them I use with. I'd say we
Okay.
take whippets together.
Okay, and do they ever complain about your involvement with drugs?
Oh, no.
No?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
They encourage it sometimes.
Okay. Have you neglected your family because of your use of drugs?
I don't think so. I usually do it in my own personal time, so it's after hours sort of thing.
And remind me, do you have children?
I do not.
No children.
I do not.
Okay.
None that I know of.
None
that I know of.
Okay. Have you engaged in illegal activities in order to obtain drugs that you use?
I know we talked about that confidentiality
Oh,
agreement,
yes,
but
yes. As long as it's not hurting yourself or hurting someone else, or there's a threat of harm, then we don't have to discuss that.
okay, yeah.
So we'll just mark no?
We'll mark no on that.
Okay. Have you ever experienced withdrawal symptoms when you stopped taking drugs?
Admittedly, yes.
Okay.
Does feel better when I drink.
Okay, so when you stop drinking, you feel withdrawal symptoms. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had medical problems as a result of your drug use or alcohol use, such as memory loss, hepatitis, convulsions, bleeding, etc.?
Nothing been confirmed, but the memory loss, it does seem that sometimes afterwards I am a little foggy, and for the next few days, sometimes if I go on a real stint, it can be hard to remember exactly what I've done.
Okay. All right, that's the end of the question, so I'm just going to score it real quick, and then we'll get the interpretation. All right, so based on your answers to the questions, you're at a substantial level of problems related to drug abuse, and we will move into an intensive assessment at our next session, if that's okay with you, and then we will tailor what your treatment will look like based on that assessment.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure getting to know you a bit more, and I look forward to working with you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All right.
you.